Salamun alaikum. Peace be upon the Master of Martyrs and peace be upon you adorers. Welcome to Shia Waves. I'm your anchor Ali Jassim, here to present and replenish your minds with the latest Shia world news. And now with the headlines. Hundreds of pilgrims pouring into the shrine of Imam al-Kadhim amid tough security measures. The arrest of a key leader in the so-called Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant. Saudi Arabia's ban on traveling to Iraq lifted. Hundreds of pilgrims from different Iraqi provinces have poured into the holy city of Kadhimiya by foot to mark the religious rite of visitation of the martyrdom anniversary of Imam al-Kadhim, peace be upon him, on Sunday, the 25th of Rajab. The streets of Baghdad witnessed extensive presence of tents offering food and drink to the pilgrims throughout the entire way to the holy shrine. Security forces in Iraq have been taking tougher measures by closing roads and increasing checkpoints on routes used by the pilgrims to visit the holy shrines in the holy city of Kadhimiya. The Department of Human Development of Imam Hussein Holy Shrine has held a course in formal protocol and etiquette in the complex of the Master of Martyrs, peace be upon him. The course has been held in cooperation with some departments and units of the Imam Hussein Holy Shrine, with the attendance of a number of academicians and experts in formal protocol and etiquette. The course, which will last for 3 days, aims at developing the skills of the employees of the Holy Shrine. A mass grave believed to be dating back to the 1991 uprising against the Ba'athist regime was unearthed in southern Nasiriyah, located in the Iraqi province of Dhiqar. The director of the Shuhada Foundation in Dhiqar province said that the mass grave contained the martyrs' remains of the 1991 uprising, adding that DNA samples were taken to recognize the identity of the unknown martyrs. It is to mention that hundreds of Iraqi Shiite civilians were killed by the ex-Ba'athist regime who took part in the 1991 uprising, particularly from the north and south of Iraq. Al Jazeera and Al Badiya Operations Command announced the arrest of a key leader in the so-called Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant, the ISIL, having an amount of ammunition in Anbar province west of Iraq. Meanwhile, Babylon Police Command announced the killing and injuring of 30 terrorists from the ISIL, along with destroying their vehicles and burning their houses they were hiding in. The Babylon Police Commander Major General Riyad al-Khaygani announced that the security forces carried out a military operation supported by the Air Force in Jaffa Sakhar County, which resulted in the killing of 13 terrorists and the injuring of 17 others. 3 NGOs have released a letter to Pope Francis II asking him to reconsider his participation in a meeting proposed by Bahrain King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa in the wake of severe human rights abuses. 3 NGOs, the Bahrain Center for Human Rights, the Bahrain Institute for Democracy, and the Americans for Democracy and Human Rights in Bahrain, said in their letter, since 2011, people in Bahrain have felt like they have been largely ignored internationally, with many governments turning a blind eye and a deaf ear to their suffering. They have been targeted through torture, abuse, their places of worship, and their family members. Their pleas have been responded to with silence, neglect, and ill judgment, a refusal to recognize their legitimate aspirations, and a refusal to hold those accountable for human rights crimes to justice. The organizations asked the Pope to refuse any meetings with the King of Bahrain or his officials, so as to not give legitimacy to these severe abuses against civilians in Bahrain. New clashes erupted between the Yemeni troops and Shiite Houthi fighters in the city of Amran, north of Yemen. A security source said that skirmishes between the Houthi fighters and security forces in the city of Maqath and Hajj in Amran city resulted in the killing and injuring of an unknown number from both sides. The source added that the clashes erupted after Houthis established a new headquarters in Hajj city, which was completely rejected by the Yemeni army. Media sources said that the Saudi authorities have lifted the ban on traveling to Iraq, which enables the Saudi Shiite citizen to travel more freely to Iraq in order to visit the holy shrines. The Saudi authorities had listed Iraq on the blacklist in a way to hinder Shiite citizens from traveling to the holy shrines in Najaf, Karbala, Kadhimiya, and Samarra. A social center belonging to the German government had launched a project aiming to integrate Muslims of the country in the best social and political life. A spokesman from the center said that more than 100 Muslims took part in the activities of the program, which had been prepared by people residing in various German cities. He added that each mosque has to send 2 or 3 of its representatives, and they will decide by themselves the most important demands to be discussed later with the municipal councils concerned. We have reached the end of our news show. Thank you all for joining in with us, and as always, remember our dua to hasten the reappearance of our beloved Imam al-Mahdi, peace be upon him. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.